guys, and welcome back to Couch Critics. Hi guys, I'm Lamia and this is Ruby.
Yes.
And today we're gonna review The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yes, one of my favorite movies actually. It's really a great movie in my opinion. It's based on a book and it's about the journey of Charlie,
Yeah.
who's this teenage boy who's a bit weird and who doesn't have a lot of friends. And then he starts making new friends who were older than him. Actually, they're in the same year as his older sister, who's played by Nina Dobrev, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a great cast. And he just...
His friends are Emma Watson.
Yes.
They're played by Emma Watson and Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, that's right. And yeah, it's just this journey about basically being a teenager. It's I feel it's a great coming of age movie. That's what it is. And yeah.
Have you read the book?
I haven't.
Okay.
You have.
I love the book.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the book. I think I read it before watching the movie, and I think it's one of those books. It's very similar to the movie, and yeah, we follow Charlie's journey after I think it was his friend's death.
Yes.
One of his friends
Suicide, was it?
Killed himself,
Yeah.
and we navigate grief, but we don't know that during the beginning of the movie slash book. We only find out about it when he tells his friend, who's played by Emma Watson, that his friend killed himself.
Yeah. And I mean, Charlie did have a very dark past. He also had like some issues with his aunt that we also don't find out about that until the end of the movie. And it's just it's a lot. And I think yeah, and there's also Paul Rudd in the movie. He's the teacher. And
Who?
Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
He's the teacher in the movie, and he was also very close to Charlie. And yeah, it's very classic. I had never seen Emma Watson in these colors before. I felt like her performance in the whole movie was really great. I felt like she's the one who brought the life and the enjoyment in the movie, and also in Charlie's life. I feel like her and her half brother, like her step brother Ezra, there's this like two people who have so many inside jokes and who get along so well together, even though they're step siblings, and their dynamic just makes everybody around them, I feel very comfortable. And yeah.
And sorry, what do you think makes a great coming of age movie?
Ooh, that's a really good question. What makes a great coming of age movie?
I feel like it's a genre on its own.
Yes, definitely. I think the characters mainly. It's the plot is not that important, I feel, in the coming of age movies. It's mainly just about the character, their evolution. The soundtrack is also very important.
Yeah.
And yeah,
The script.
The script, of course, always the script. And yeah, just the relationship between the characters. If it's honest and if it's a good friendship, and I feel like that's what makes it. What about you?
I feel like it's the
Inexactitude.
inexactitude and the confusion that comes with growing up. Because I feel like when you're in high school, you think you know it all, but you actually don't.
Yeah.
And it's really the most relatable thing that you need to use as a foundation in each coming of age movie. And I'm trying to think of what like makes a coming of age movie bad, but because we see a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like so many of them are on Netflix.
I feel like every new coming of age movie, they're trying to recreate something else that's been done, and this is why it's not working.
And I feel like it's also respecting teenagers. It's not doing a lot, and it's not doing too little. It's treating teenagers like the way that they deserve to be treated.
Not turning them into a parody, and not just not ridiculizing what they say, because a lot of people don't take teenagers seriously, and I think teenager is the best age to be in. It's a very tough
Mm-hmm.
It's a very tough phase, but it's also very nice.
Yeah.
I love the arrogance of teenagers. I know it's a bit controversial, but I feel like they're so certain of themselves
Mm-hmm.
and they just know what they want out of life,
Yeah, and
and
even
it's
like
nice.
for the movies that try to make a parody out of like what happens in teenagers' lives, like you when you have a protagonist who wants to be popular or like she wants to date the coolest guy at her high school, like it's not just that, it's all about the social inclusion that
Yeah.
one desperately needs when you are in high school. And I just feel like it's so much deeper than that. But like like most movies that we watch just treat these kind of subjects on a surface level, and there are only a few exceptions who go a bit deeper. And I like when I say exceptions, I refer to this movie and Lady Bird, Looking for Alaska, and
The Edge
yeah,
of 17.
The Age of 17 was
Yeah.
great too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also the script of this movie was insane. Like one of my favorite quotes that I'll always remember is when I think Emma Watson was the one who said that, or like maybe it was said to her. But basically the line is, "We accept the
The
love we
love we
think
think
we
we deserve.
deserve."
Yeah,
And
that's
it,
my favorite quote of the
yeah.
movie as well. I think it's the teacher who said it because Charlie was asking the teacher like why are some people together
Hmm.
when they can, I don't know what the context was, but I think he was referring to Emma Watson, and he told him we accept the love we think we deserve. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
And I I I think it's a shame for Ezra Miller
Mhm.
to have, I think he's not acting anymore. Is he acting
No,
still?
I tried to look him up before
Mm.
before we reviewed this movie. He's completely out of like he
Yeah,
is
there
not
was so
anymore.
much drama going on in his life.
Oh
Like
yeah.
yeah, he was supposed to do a Marvel movie. He was
Okay.
supposed to be a hero in it, and then like he got caught up in like this whole crime that I'm not gonna talk about. And yeah, there were a lot of accusations, and his
Oh.
career is kind of over.
Ah,
But
I
I
thought it was personal choice. I just thought he wanted to be more private, but I did not think about that at all.
maybe it was also his personal choice, but there was definitely so many things going on at the
Okay,
same time.
that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, but he was my favorite character in this movie. I just found him super fun. And like I remember the scene where they did the Rocky Horror Show
Yeah,
at their school, and yeah, he had a great dynamic with Emma. And yeah.
yeah. It's him getting beaten up that got Charlie close back with
Mhm.
everybody else.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's a very sad movie when you come
Mhm.
to think of it. I mean, even Candace, Charlie's sister, she was with her boyfriend, and he was not the nicest either. So it that never happened before. That's a first. But yeah, her boyfriend was. I mean, he was violent at times, and that
Yeah.
all of that. It's just I don't know. It's crazy. The everything that this movie talks about. It's very deep when you come to think of it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah. And I love the colors of the movie. It's
Hmm.
like they look like memories. It's not like you're watching movies. It's like someone who's, like in his late 30s or 40s later on in life, and they're just remembering.
Yeah.
And so like even the way that we talk about it right now, we're just jumping from one scene to another, but it's just a lot of things that happen that don't necessarily lead to a certain outcome,
Hmm.
but that are beautiful to watch.
But when you come to think of it, a lot of the things do lead to outcomes. It's just not direct outcomes, but
Yeah.
just the way Emma's character and Ezra's character just changed Charlie's
Hmm.
life and brought him back to loving life and to
Yeah.
wanting to like just have friends and all of that. It's just really great. Yeah, and now that we're talking about it, I'm remembering the first scene how they became friends. They were at a football match, I think,
Yeah.
and it just happened so spontaneously, and it was so nice. And I don't know,
Yeah.
I feel like this movie is it's a comfort movie.
Hmm.
It's a movie that just makes you feel better if you're having a bad day. So yeah,
I think so too.
yeah.
think that sums it up.
I do too. Yeah, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Simply just a great movie, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Great acting, great script, as you
Mhm.
said, and it's just a beautiful story.
We know that the movie came out a long time ago, but we really wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's so funny because this week, one of my friends who's living in France, like very far away, but who was a very close friend of mine in
Yeah.
high school, he posted on his story, he saw somewhere written on the wall the quote you just mentioned, "We accept the love we think we deserve." It just reminded me of that movie. And then you asked me if you wanted to review that movie, and I'm like, just the fun coincidences, like how
Yeah, a
everything
lot of
happens.
different things that don't lead to a certain outcome, but that are somehow related.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.